Hey guys, and we're here with another unboxing, but this time it is Assassin's Creed Valhalla from Ubisoft. So as you can see, come in this lovely box, and as usual, it has, the typical Assassin's Creed symbol, but I must admit, compared to the older franchises, they usually came in bigger boxes, which in comparison with the figurines, you could use as backdrop. However, this one you can't use really as a backdrop unless you preferred having the symbol, but other than that, it's quite a nice box. As usual, it comes with a lovely steelbook, which is one of my favourite things about collector's editions and why I collect a lot of them. Now, on the front there is the Creed symbol, however, my favourite bit is actually the back, which has this eagle figurine with the Creed symbol in the middle, and honestly, I kind of prefer this overall than the symbol on the front. Now, moving on to the game itself, the collector's edition does come with the Ultimate Edition. So this will come with the full game, the Season Pass, and the Ultimate Pack, which should include the next two either DLCs or expansion and a quest. So if you like things like that and going from past expansions that Ubisoft have brought out with Assassin's Creed, I probably think it's worth it. Also with the collector's edition, we have the CD. Now, I did really hope this was a vinyl, mainly because, I don't know, I just prefer them and I like to frame them and I think they're a lot prettier, but it is just your standard soundtrack. As you can see on the front is your standard CD, and on the back it does have a track list, but it doesn't actually name the tracks on the back. Now, I'm not too sure why this is, but I think it's pretty neat to keep it, secret. Now here comes my favourite part. So I'm going to keep it sealed just because I would like to keep it, prestige and clean. But in this, you get a lithograph. Now, this is quite common within collector's editions. You always get art cards or various sort of prints. But this itself is a kind of card material, so it's not as flexible either, which is great because the amount of times things get broken in collector's editions, it can be a pain. But not only that, mine it is number 26,202. Now, I don't know how many there is out there in the wild, so if you do have the collector's edition, let me know in the comments below what number yours is. But I think this is pretty neat, and honestly, I would really like to get this framed. I think it's one of the nicest art cards that Ubisoft have done with their collector's editions. The fabric, well, not fabric, but the material of it is quite sturdy, which helps a lot. But yeah, I think this is pretty neat, and probably my favourite bit of this collector's actually. So moving on, let's go to the figurine. Oh, no, there's one little bit. See, this is the problem with collector's editions, not just this one, but with several, is that sometimes you get very small things, and I either lose them, or if they're not part of the figurine itself, I tend to sort of they just stand there and they're just in the way. So this next piece, I really wish you could have placed it on the figurine itself, which I'll show you in a second, but it does come with this small cute little pouch. So, it's not too bad. It has its own place, but I really wish it was something that you could attach to the figurine, or it had some placing overall. Not just this, but in general collector's editions that developers send. Now onto the final pieces, you get this envelope. Now at first I did think it would come with the codes because you do get the special quest, and I think you get some items such as the wolf in game with the collector's edition, but I actually got this emailed to me, so yeah, I was a little surprised with this envelope. But inside you do get some really nice, I'm not sure if this is concept art or if it's prints from the game because I'm yet to try the game out. I've been super busy. But honestly, these are really, really nice. So you've got, let's do it one by one. So as some of you know, it is based in England. And I'm assuming it is signed. So they do have signatures in the bottom corner. So I do think they're incredibly nice to have. Now, they are a bit flimsy, but it's not the paper leaflet style, which sometimes you get. So I'm still happy with the quality. But yeah, the imagery is really, really nice. It's quite stylized. Yeah, I think this is definitely some of the better artwork I've had in the past as well. So yeah, GG to this collector's edition for the art. I wonder who the signature is. I wonder if it's one of the artists. If it is, that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of getting things signed by the developers. I'm a big supporter of developers and the things they do. So I really hope it is from the original artist. But yeah, that was kind of a nice little thing to come in with the collector's edition. But now we're going to check out the figurine, which is the main bit, and I know you guys have been waiting for. So here it is. Let's get it out. So this time I did get it out of the plastic earlier so that I wouldn't drop it. But this is the giant figurine, head for size, clearly, of Ivor, who is one of the main characters of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, it does come with 3 pieces, so there isn't any manual, it's just pieces in some plastic, and pretty simple to put together. So, first of all, we will do the Raven. So this, for people that don't know, the past franchise of Assassin's Creed, there is always a sort of eagle, or I think in the past it was an eagle, but this time it's a raven, and does this unique screech, which is essentially the sound bite that happens before you do the leap of faith into like a hail of bay of hail, whichever one. Now, it's been a long week, guys. Now, so obviously this had to be one of the main pieces. It is very symbolic in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Let me place it as, and it sits quite nicely in the top of the boat. Now, the next bit is this cute little axe. Now, I have a problem with little things like this. They're very neat. I understand why they keep them separate. A lot of collector's editions do this. It's not just Assassin's Creed. I've had this with so many other collector's editions, but I always find them a little flimsy. Now, thankfully, this is actually, like, I can't really bend it. It's quite sturdy. Now, I know basically in Black Flag, I have the giant Black Flag figurine, and I broke the sword by accident. So I'm glad that this has become a bit sturdier. So I have the axe in, and as you can see, there is it all together. The material itself is your typical statue material. It's sort of a not quite plasticky, but not quite pot. It's sort of this hollow feel. It does run throughout the statue itself. The only difference is that, so you have a sort of cape at the back, which is a little bit flexible, which I thought was interesting to have, because it seems to be the only part of the statue that, you know, is different to the rest. It's kind of a scarf. I guess it's because it's supposed to sort of flap in the wind. But yeah, it was interesting to have that different compared to the rest of the statue. But overall, I'm always impressed by Ubisoft's figurines. I have every single one of the Assassin's Creed franchise, massive Assassin's Creed fan. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this. It's got a lot of detail in the structure, which is really nice. It's not as big as some of the other ones, I'd say, in comparison to past games in the franchise. It's about medium, but for me, I think it's totally worth it. It's really, really nice. It's a cool bit of statue. What I would actually love is at the bottom bit of the boat. It would be great if, so in the past franchises, I think it was either Origins or Odyssey, you could get 2 of the figurines and they would fit together. It would be nice to have the other part of the boat and fit. Maybe it does. I haven't actually fully looked at the other figurines yet. I just knew I wanted this one. Having a female protagonist as well is pretty cool, so to have that as a figurine I really like that. So yeah. So overall, I'm really impressed with this collector's edition. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know if you have any comments, or if you've got this yourself, or any of the other variations, as I know some retailers actually have some different Assassin's Creed Valhalla statues. So let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know your favourite Assassin's Creed game out of all of them. I guess my favourite is Brotherhood and Revelations. I really liked, but then I also fell in love with Origins and Odyssey. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.